Entertainment, sucker.
Boys.
Turn that shit up, it's Big Face Beat.
Yeah, we in the studio. Yeah, we in the studio. We in the studio. The studio. We in the studio. Yeah, we in the studio. We in the studio. The studio. You know what we doing, supporting indie artists. DJ Shy, Mr. Catch Right. Got the cup of Henny charging. Out the margin with the topic of discussion. Money talk, we hear the fuss, and then they keep the special guests coming. Shy got the mute button, Chris got the drop. In the studio, they get it out the pot. They play the videos, let them know how to knock. Number one podcast, two kings, they claim the top spot. Take it to the next stop, get your merch at the rec shop. Swerving all lanes, got no time for the rest stop. No vest needed, intellectual bullets. Get your head shot. From Spanish braids to dreadlocks, we here for the people. Did it from vinyls with needles, can't play hard if you Kegels. Looking for my ring like I'm Schmeagle. Here for the bread like a seagull. Warrant for the flow, it's illegal. Everything out the vein, let it bleed through. Checking when you coming, cause we see you. We in the studio, yeah, we in the studio. We in the studio, the studio. We in the studio, yeah, we in the studio. We in the studio, the studio. We in the studio, yeah, we in the studio. We in the studio, the studio. We in the studio, yeah, we in the studio. We in the studio, the studio.
Record. Tapping with my guys, the Rec Boys. You should tap in too.
The studio.
Rec Boys.
Cultural Entertainment, sucker.
What's shaking, my peoples? You already know what it is. DJ Rec Boy Shot.
Mr. Catch Right.
We are the Rec Boys. This is in the studio. Happy hump day. Hopefully everybody is chilling. I'm trying this virtual screen out today. You know. Shout out to Gabe. Gabe's in the building. Bunky's in the building. Samantha's in the building. Raptor Music's in the building. We got everybody in the building early. Bunky, hey baby girl. We had a good time over the weekend. Shout out to Samantha. She's in the building. Shout out to Angie. She's in the building. Oh, shout out to everybody. Yes, we did. But Bunky, guess what? You got to pull up and get your gift. You got to pull up and get your gift. You got to pull up and get your gift. It's over here. It's waiting. But we did have a good time. We did celebrate Miss Tea Time. Best night ever. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to have to do that again because celebrating you was really fun. Was really, really, really fun. But yo, real quick, shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Shout out to all the networks that will be replaying this Friday night. Raptor Music. That is out in Guadalupe.
Friday in the afternoon.
Friday 12, right? 12 p.m. Afternoon. All right, Friday. Friday afternoon.
You said Friday night.
Oh, okay. My bad. Friday afternoon. Noon. High noon. All right. We in Germany. That's Cuzzo FM. Culture Shock in Canada. Tattoo Shop in Ohio. And we have... What else we got going on? We have Waptar Guadalupe, right?
Yeah.
And Friday night, Saturday night, 8 p.m., 8 to 9, Blaze 'em Up Radio. You can check the replay. Shout out to Rashida. Make sure you guys tap into them tomorrow night. He meant Friday afternoon night. There you go. Starting up early. It's all good.
Actually, MC Shan joint is this Friday on those 4 networks: Culture Shock Radio, Tattoo Shop Radio, Culture Shop Radio, and Wap the Music. 12 p.m. in the afternoon. Make sure y'all tap in. The MC Shan interview will be here. That's gonna be crazy. The interview was crazy. You know what I mean? So
I watched it like 5 times already in the shop. You know, people I put it on because they're like, "Yo, I heard," and I'm like, "Yo, you didn't see it?" You know, so I put it on, get a couple more spins. You know, that type of thing. But Pound Cake is in the building. What up, Pound Cake? What up with a freestyle?
She actually in that freestyle, I believe it's 747 Studios. I forget the date. She's in there. Remy's in there.
That's right. That's right.
It's gonna be crazy.
Nah, that's gonna be dope. But I might need her to pull up in the rec room. Do a freestyle over here for us. You know, 9/10, 9/11 is my birthday. 9/9 is my anniversary date. So yeah, I might pop out. Maybe my wife want to go. That might be kind of dope to check out live. You know, we went to the Summer Jam in Westchester, but that's another story for another day. How are you, homie, with the hurricane and everything?
I'm good. I'm good. It went more northwest. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people that got hit by that, but we
Yo, listen, I seen the videos and I'm sending my prayers out. Yo, anybody that's down there in Florida, check on your loved ones. You know, it's crazy down there. It's really bad down there. But what else is going on?
You ready, man? Just, you know what I mean? Glad, blessed to be back. Tonight we got the homie Alphabetical. Salute to Samantha Lavelle. She linked us. You know, I'm glad. I want to know about him because I'm kind of intrigued. You know what I mean? Because I went looking on the social media, and you know, as an artist, when you go looking at artists, all you do is see is videos of them, pictures of them. You know what I mean? You don't get that on his page. So like, I want to see what's all that about, how he get the name Alphabetical, because I heard 2 tracks. That's all I heard. You know what I mean? So
Gotcha.
tonight we're gonna find out what it is. He's from Jersey.
Dirty Jers. All right, so let's get into it, right? You ready?
Yeah, I was gonna say let's not even play no games. Let's get the homie Alphabetical in. What's good, King?
What's up, man? What's up?
How you feeling, homie?
Nah, you know, I know my socials don't have much of shit because, you know, I'm not a social media person. I suck at that shit so bad. I need like a whole consulting firm to help me with that.
Got you.
Yo, but do you hear that a lot about your site? Like, because I was just talking to a homie pulled up and he sells books, and I'm like, yo, my man, why you not doing something? He wants to come live with me, and I'm like, why you not going live by yourself? Sell your books, like. You know, I don't book nobody. That, you know, there's a process, and he kind of got mad and stuff. But I was trying to tell him, yo, dude, get on your socials. Does anybody tell you about that? Since you, like you said, you're not really.
No, of course, it's vital. I mean, you can't survive in this game without it, so you need to grow it. It's just, I think, where a lot of people struggle is you try to grow it organically, and it's so frustrating. It takes so long. And you know, and at the same time, then you try to cut corners and you end up with robots, and it's just a whole mess out there. You know what I'm saying? So I've learned to just like, I mean, my social media, for example, I was more, before I really dived head on into the rap game, I was really going for acting primarily. So my page was more of an acting page, and I used to come on and kind of mess around on my live doing like monologues and skits and a lot of emotional stuff. And like I kind of got a following from that. And then all of my politicals, you know, just my opinionated ass speaking out on politics, kind of got a following for that. So a lot of my following in the beginning on Insta is not even from music. Music kind of, I dropped them on that later. It's kind of funny.
Oh, that's crazy. But before we go any further, real quick, introduce yourself.
Of course. All right. So my name's Alphabetical, and to just give you background on the name, it's an acronym. This goes way back to when did I come up with this name? God, I must have been 18 years old. So we're talking many decades ago. But it stands for always learning political hypocrisies and blatantly electing to investigate corporate American lies. It's a mouthful. Even I fucked it up. But basically, I started out as a very opinionated, young, I would say, socialist rapper. You know what I'm saying? I'll admit it. Like, I was very opinionated and ideological, and I wanted to be a champion for the poorer classes and all the people struggling in life. And I just felt like there's this great disparity between the rich and the poor in this country. So a lot of that was my MO from the very beginning as an underground rapper, as a youngster. I'll be real. In this time that we're living in now that I've reemerged, it's so like, you know, fever pitch in your face, you know, people just angry all the time, that I don't really want to come in here and start stirring the pot even more. Like, I almost feel like we need some healing. We need some unification of some type. We need somebody to really bring people together. It's not happening in politics, so maybe it can happen in music. So I feel like my persona is kind of changing with the times too, a little bit, you know?
So would you say that's what your music is? That's why you're making music, is to try to bring people together through your views on the politics and everything else?
I would say more so now than ever. Yeah, I'm trying to bring people together from perspectives that maybe I don't share. You know, like I'm really trying to bring at least some conversation. Let's say, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, I'm
My
trying my
son is
best. Like
wild early.
I listen. Like for example, I've spoken on a few podcasts about him already. I don't want to keep
Mm.
putting his name in my mouth, but
Mm.
Donald Trump. I don't support him. I do have some friends that voted for him. I didn't shut those people out. You know what I'm saying? I never fully shut people out. I always like have been a friend, and I will remain a friend. So I have friends on both sides of the political aisle. It's kind of weird, as somebody myself that I consider myself neither a Democrat or a Republican. I'm an independent. So it's weird times. I understand that people want to fight it out and shit, but I don't think that's right for this country. I think we've seen a lot of the horrible shit that went down on January 6th, and it's just like, I mean, listen, I wish we could all I wish we could all revolt together, both sides, and then take over the Capitol and just say, yo, for real,
No,
y'all gotta work with us.
We're not even gonna do that.
It's not gonna happen.
No,
It's not
no,
gonna happen.
I want to. No. Hold on, Chris. No. I
This
want
is
to know.
interesting. This is interesting.
No, it's
because
very
artists
interesting.
normally
And
stay
I'm
away from
reading-
politics.
Yeah.
And he's like, and
you
his
dive
music
in head
from what he's
first.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Shad.
Yeah, no. I want to really get into it. Like not political, but I want to get into like why do you think that approach would work? Like, do you think you gotta like no? I'm being honest. I really honestly want to know.
That's a good
No,
question.
Real
Yeah.
talk. Like, hold on. Let me
want
finish
to
the
answer.
question.
I don't want to answer for him just for that part, Shad. From a business standpoint, I think it's fucking genius. That's all I want to say.
No.
Shad.
Okay, but see, that's what I'm saying. Is this on some like Charleston White type shit? Because no. And I say that I say that respectfully because he was one of the guys that was marching. He was doing everything, that type of way. And then, nobody really went to bat. He got arrested. They left him there. It was a whole bunch of other shit that was involved in it. But then he reemerged as somebody that was like, as a character. And through this character, he's bringing social awareness, but he's not rapping. He's more of a I don't know what they call it. A
comedian.
I guess. But now that you're rapping, is it on that type of shit where like he's like, yo, if you listen to the old me, nothing has really changed. It's just how my approach is. He's like, I went that route. Like I marched and stood up, and now I'm going this route, and I can get a bag doing it. I mean, he's been chased. There's been a lot of crazy shit that's happened to him. People ran down on him with guns. He said some real wild shock value stuff, but I'm pretty sure he gets a nice nut to come on podcasts, like, because he's everywhere, and everybody wants to, get his take on stuff. Is that how you approach? Is that what it is with the music, or you're just like, this is how I feel, and I'm gonna put it through my music?
Well, I mean, this has always been my identity. So I'm not really trying to be something that's, for example, like you mentioned, someone being a character. I'm not trying to be a character. I'm really trying to be as genuine as possible. These are my beliefs. A lot of them have stayed with me this entire time. Some of them have changed. I'll be real. Like you do form as a person as time goes by with your age, like the maturity, like it'll change your perspective. I'm much more moderate now than I was before. I stand much more in the center than I did before. At the same time, like I think it's important for people to have their convictions. I respect people that stand up for what they believe in, even if they don't really believe what I believe. That's okay, So I really want to put that out there. I think we do have to at least listen to each other. I think that's the biggest problem with today is everyone just shuts each other out as soon as they hear the buzzwords like conservative, liberal. It's like, oh, I don't even want to hear that, So that's a problem, because I think that regardless of how you label yourself, they're just fucking labels. Like, you'll be surprised how the labels will miscategorize you later on when you go issue by issue, So don't get too caught up in all that.
It don't got to be issue. It's just everyday life for some of us. Labels just fuck us up in general. But,
exactly.
For me, it's more the music here, right? So my thing is this, like why I said it, I think is genius, because as long as you understand as an artist wise, we're talking about your artistry now, that you have a niche market just for what you're trying to give.
I think honestly, this day and age is great for conscious rappers. It really is. Like I think it's better than it's ever been. You know, I look at what conscious rappers like Kweli and Mos Def had to deal with when I was a fan, you know, and like they didn't get that spotlight that I think people like Kendrick and others do that do have things to say in their songs sometimes. They're very intelligent people, you know. So I give conscious rappers credit. I think conscious rappers have great longevity in this career. I feel like their careers last a long time. They may not be at the pinnacle, you know, throughout their career, but they have a great following and it stays true. I feel like their fans are very loyal. So, you know, I don't mind, like, I'm not here to be the greatest fucking rapper. Like there's 50 years of this culture. We're all here to contribute. I'm not trying to act like I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? I might act like it in a couple songs and say some shit, but in actuality, I try to be a humble person because there's great talent all around this game, and I'm just here to work with everybody.
Yeah, your drop came off confident as fuck though. When I first got the drop, I'm like, yo, I haven't seen this dude. I went to his social media. I didn't see no pictures. I don't know what he looked like. Now I see a video and he's confident as fucking of it. Like, you're gonna see me August 30th, and I'm like, oh shit, nobody like
nobody even knows who I am, right?
yeah. But I guess now that you're saying, it's the acting. Like, you know what I mean? You knew you had a task and you hit it. You know what I mean? So now let me ask you a question: who inspired you to even? Who were you listening to growing up, and what inspired you to even? You know what? All right, let me leave the acting and all right, I'm gonna start penning some stuff.
All right, so my first introduction to hip hop was gangster rap. I'm gonna be real. I feel like the consciousness came, even though, for example, my first album I ever really went through as a child was Dr. Dre's The Chronic. But there were rappers that predated that I found later on as a child and as a fan that I started loving. For example, Public Enemy, and then, you know, just a lot of the people that really, because hip hop always had this political side to it in the culture.
This is starting to explain a lot, right, Sha? like it's starting to get to know him a little bit from what he said.
No. You know, so I really got into PE, and then I also got into Rakim real big, because Rakim was somebody that had incredible flow, but also was just one of the most, you could tell was one of the most genius people out there. And he will drop incredibly knowledgeable dimes on you and for the youth in his songs, just kind of like randomly sprinkle them in there. And I just thought that was great artistry, because one thing that I've found as an artist is sometimes you don't want to be like too preachy in people's faces, you know what I'm saying? Because that'll kind of dwindle you down to a very small niche audience. So you kind of want to drop these dimes on people, like in the song where like, yo, the first verse was fire, like he's talking about some real G shit, but then damn, that second verse was like, yo, he dropped some deep knowledge that the youth got to listen to. So I think that blend is something I learned from Rakim for sure. Like he was great at that. Their 18th Letter was one of my most influential albums.
The 18th Letter. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I want to go back to something you said. Now you're saying, see, this is where shit gets a little twisted for me. Anyway, I can't jack somebody if I can understand your difference of opinion, but what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong.
Okay.
When you go about your music, is it like, you gotta, there's a certain niche to sell records. Are you in it for the monetary gain, or you just in it for the sport? Because I don't, in this day and age, I don't know, maybe with music, I guess there's a balance, and there's people who drop jewels who've lasted because they've been able to have the balance.
The balance is something I'm looking for. Yeah.
All right. Are you answering my question?
No, I'm gonna be real. The balance is important, because, like I just said, I don't want to come out with every song being political. Because then I give this example. I think I gave it pretty recently. Rage Against the Machine wonderful band. I love them a lot. From a lot of their energy is great, but they could never write a love song. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not something that they would do. And if they did, their fans would be shocked and they'd probably like not love them anymore. So I feel like as an artist, you have to be very careful about how you start to find yourself, because you'll get caught in these situations where people have these expectations, and then all of a sudden you're limited as an artist of what I can create. And I don't ever want that limitation. So I'm going to try to give everyone a potpourri of everything. Alphabetical as a character, I mean, speaking of characters, let me put the character on for a second. He's somebody that I see as like, he works in the spy community. He's like an intelligence officer that went rogue and started realizing that instead of working for the United States, this powerful nation, maybe I could work for these poorer nations that need help. You know, maybe I could do more for them. So he has this very like socialist vibe to him still. I'll be real though, as I've gotten older, I'm very libertarian too, because I question government. I question the roles that governments play when they're powerful. So I put a lot of that in my music too. It's very anti-government music. That's why I kind of have a mix of fans. Like I found that I have fans on both sides of the aisle. It's kind of funny. But to me, I'm not in it for money, because if I was, I think I would just be another of these industry clones that are trying to just make 26 trap songs, you know what I'm saying, on an album, when I'm really just trying to make 26 songs of experimentation and maybe bringing some things back, you know, like what it is like, and I'm reading some of the comments, but to me, it's like you want to have that, because a real hip hop, there's still some drum and bass that we forget about, you know, like there's still that boom bap. Like I love doing that. I love experimenting with the new drill music. I love doing reggaeton. Like I can't stop. I just love this shit, and I'm not gonna limit myself. So, you know, expect a potpourri, because I dropped 26 song albums. I don't want them all. I don't want all the songs to sound the same. You know, like I don't want you getting bored by song 4. You know, I want you to each one to be like, wow, that's different.
All right, Chris, I know you want to jump in, but I got we got to figure some things out here. So what's the championship? What's the goal? What's the end zone? Like what are we doing here? Like right now, you know, if Arista, you know, Aftermath, whoever, is that the goal? Are you there to be put? Are you there to be the mega star? Like, is the mega stardom of a person like Drake in hip hop, or Kendrick, or J. Cole? It doesn't have to be Drake. Somebody that you think has reached the pin. That's not the goal. That's not the end game for you.
Yeah, I feel the talent is there, so I'm gonna shoot for the, you know, I'm gonna shoot for the moon, and I'm gonna fall among the stars. Like I'm not afraid of any opportunity. I will jump on anybody's tour tomorrow. They could be an A-list artist. It doesn't matter. I'm prepared. I'm ready. I've been practicing my songs every day. So the key to me is I have to be humble in myself and realizing that, unlike a lot of artists in hip hop, I'm trying to bring a message along with my music at the same time. And I'm trying to find a platform so that I can bring that message to mass audiences. And I want it to be a positive message that helps people and inspires people to do better. So to me, that you need a loud megaphone to get that done. And it's not really about money. It's just about the message and the influence. The money is going to come because it's music. And if you reach that point, then it'll be there. But then what do you do with that money is the next question. Like, are you just going to hoard it for your own selfish purposes so that your great grandkids can live well? Or are you going to do something to help communities that need it? You know, and I think that's a key element to what I want to do. Is I want to start nonprofits if I have the opportunity to. That would be my dream.
No, that's great. How long have you been doing music? Because it sounds like you're fairly new.
I'm new because, you know, all right, so I call myself like these midlife crisis pandemic rappers, because that's basically what happened. Like I used to do this in the 2000s. I started age like, let's say 18 to 26. I was underground rapping in New Jersey on MySpace and like, you know, doing the little selling the CDs in Times Square and shit like that. So when that all ended, I took 12 years off, and I just went and got a job basically, and I started working in sports marketing, and I actually got a cool job. I started doing some boxing broadcasting, traveling the country, covering different fights and stuff. So it was really it was a good life, but at the same time, I think the artist within me was suffering, struggling. That dream of being an actor and a rapper, just like it never came to fruition. I never tried fully. So when the pandemic hit, like most people, you know, we're stuck in our house. We're assessing our life, and we're thinking like what we could have done different, what we can do differently. And I just decided that, you know what, we live in a beautiful time now where it's very easy to self-produce now more than ever. It's very affordable now to make quality music. And I'm just gonna do it because you know what, my 26 song album that I tried to create when I was young, it never got fully made. You know, it was so difficult for me to bring the money together and get in the studio and get each song done. I only had 20 songs finished. Project never got done. For me to actually just get the project done during the pandemic, it was just so self-affirming. It felt good, you know. And then to hear that people think it's good, that's great. Me personally, I think my first album was rough. I think it was very like, you know, 12 years of creativity kind of like stuck inside my brain that exploded and wasn't very targeted, wasn't very honed. I feel like there was a lot of improvement that could be made. And I think you're gonna see that on my next album. My next album is just I have so much more.
How many tracks is for the next album?
It's gonna be 26 again. I dropped 3 singles
so
that are separate.
it kind of worries me though. And I'm keeping a buck with you because you said you kind of like you're like a potpourri, right? And I feel like with an album, it's kind of hard when you're giving them 26 joints, and then with this and at this age, they might not be able to grasp it all. If that makes sense. Yeah, everything's moving so quick,
and people have short attention spans. Like, I'll be real. It's because my numbers aren't that high. I can keep track of my numbers pretty well, like pretty personally, and I can see that there's only a small handful of people that have went through my entire first album. You know, I can probably count them on both hands, but they did. You know, so that still means something to me. For someone to take the time and take an hour and a half out of their day to listen to my entire 26 song album, yo, that's like that's like you watched a movie, right? You know, and I'm hoping to entertain you in that way. So I feel like there was some success there, but it's gonna be a long haul because people today expect singles. They have short attention spans. I know now, like when I'm looking for the next beat or the next song, I keep the intros real short now.
Does that make you rethink your strategy though? Because like you know that, and you still want to put out 26 tracks. Dude, does that make you think like, damn, let me just drop it in little EP? 6 here, 6 there, 6 there.
I think I'm gonna do a little of both. It's kind of a weird thing. So I released 3 singles this past summer, 1 per month, just to kind of see how I could handle my marketing month by month, and then I was gonna drop the album just because I made it. Like I might as well just drop the whole thing. You know, I could have cut it into sections, but I really do want to get my library up because I want listeners to really get a feel for how I'm evolving as an artist. So I wanted to drop it on them. But I think I might continue when 2024 hits to keep dropping singles every month, just 1 single a month, because it's not that hard to do. 1 single a month just to keep it going while I stack my 26 on the side for that 3rd album. So I think I'm gonna do a little bit of both. You know, one thing I've learned about this game is no roadmap is the same. You know, different things work for different artists. So you know, I'm just throwing everything at the wall.
It's a lot of fucking work, homie. I gotta keep it. No. I'm glad Chris got all this stuff out of the way, but we're in the studio. So if we were actually sitting there in the studio, I'm gonna have some more questions. I gotta understand this, my nigga, because everything for me, and I don't know if it's because I'm at this age or because I went through the process that I went through. Everything is for the win. It seems like you want to win, but you really not that confident in winning. So you're like,
but you should be asking him what's the win for him. So what's the end goal?
I just did. No, I just did, and I asked him, those were my questions. But
I would say that it's not that I lack confidence. It's that I'm willing to accept my fate regardless of what it is. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm gonna be one of the greatest Latino rappers to ever hit the game, or whether I'm gonna be a guy that has his strong following, makes 6 figures a year, and tours Europe. I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I am happy no matter what because I tried. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, I get that. But my thing is like, I mean, I don't know, man. It's weird for me because me being no, it's just like when we had artists It was like we wanted them to be so big. Like I wanted my male artist to be as big as Usher. And he had the talent. Like this motherfucker could sing. He could still sing. So when you put all of that in, and he's like, well, maybe I just do some cover band shit. And you're like, wait, what? Like, yo, like, where's the what? Yeah, wait, what? I remember this. No, and it's wild because like, yo, 26 songs means, yo, listen, you got work. Yeah. Now out of the 26, my man, if you did a 10 joint thing, the shit could go to the moon. You take off, and it's to the like that's my thing. Everything for me, and I feel like in young artists is like we've been too much of patting them on the butt with they wearing the pamper. It's like, yo, my nigga, if you want to get it, get it. Biggie Smalls. You know why there's no unreleased Biggie Smalls shit? Because everything he put out was ready to go. Ready to go. That's like, I mean, this shit cycles back. It really cycles back. There's mood swings. It's 50 years. We can break it down to tens, fives. We can break it down to quarters. But it swings back if you pay attention. It's really like, and dude, with 26 on your third, my nigga, I could do math. That's 52. So now 52 between the first and the second one. You're telling me it can't be a classic? 1 classic? I mean, I want to get into the acting thing because maybe that's where it's at. And this is, maybe I'm missing something. You get what I'm saying?
No, I mean, I'm not. 26? I'm not really sure. All right, listen, I'm gonna put it like this. I understand that we live in different times. I'm almost like a rapper caught in a time capsule of the 2000s when I left the game. You know what I'm saying? Back then, we used to drop long ass mixtapes. You all know that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now people are much more concentrated on that one single that is the most fire. And let me just push that one single as far as it goes. I understand the game's a little different now, but the pandemic also changed the way people listen to music, and a lot of people miss this. When we were all stuck in our houses, we started listening to albums again. You know, we started listening. People listen to podcasts like crazy for hours and hours. You know what I'm saying? So the album concept, I feel, will return. I think that it really can. For example, my next one, I want to write it in a certain way, and I hope I do this right because I'm going to say this on air, so I have to stick to this. But I almost want it to be like you put on headphones and it's like you're on a musical experience that is like an action film from beginning to end that has a plot to it and tells an entire story all the way throughout. So that boom, it's almost like I listened to an audio book, but it was even more fire because it was musical and it brought me in with the rhythms and everything else beyond that. So we're in a multimedia world right now. I'm just fucking having fun. I'm playing with it. I think if you listen to my album, you get a much better view of what I'm doing. And the fact is that my 26 songs are better than the average rapper's 26 songs. You know?
Talk that shit.
That's a big thing. I know niggas who rap. No. I know niggas who rap. And I'm glad you big them up because we got a section called Rec on this motherfucker. Yeah. So I ain't got nothing to do with
we'll see, yeah.
None of that. Yeah, no. That's facts. But my thing is,
hold on. We started this show. The whole premise of the show, while we started the show in the beginning of In the Studio with the Rec Boys, was to pass out information, right, and help artists. You know what I mean? Some of them don't know how to do the trademarks and all this and all that. And Shah's been on me like, yo, listen, man, if we don't somehow start incorporating this back in the show, we need to start a new show.
It's important.
So now I came up with just some questions on just some stuff, just for business wise, to ask you and see how you're doing with some of these questions. And if there's anything that you might not know or whatever, maybe we can help you with that answer here tonight. You know what I mean? So I actually 1 or 2 questions, then we'll go on to, I think Shah want to get on the rec. Cool. So you say you market, right? Like you worked in marketing and all that. But then
I did, yeah.
In the beginning of the show, you also said you don't mess around on social media too much. So where are you doing your marketing if right now? You know what I mean? And do you plan on stepping it up on social media? Because as an artist, you got to be seen, right? You know, people got to see.
I do place ads on Meta and TikTok. So, I do that, the thing that coming from sports marketing and just like the office life and going to Manhattan and in a suit and shit like that, and then coming into music marketing, like yo, it's different worlds, bro. It
It
really is,
is.
and I'm not just talking about the way people dress. Like it's
But
just like
the branding part of it, selling the brand is still the same though, right? Once the
it
brand is built.
is.
All right.
It is, and I'll be real. Being independent is difficult, man. It's difficult to juggle all these things, man. Like I'm way behind on a lot of things. For example, music videos. I hardly have shit. You guys have the only 2 videos I have right now. You can't be successful in this game without music videos. You can't. So I have a long way to go in increasing that part of my game. Um, the reason why I was slack on it, I'll be real, and the reason why you don't see much of my social media, I actually went through a point in where I was thinking about coming out as a masked rapper. I actually thought about it, of concealing my identity to do this whole thing for a few reasons. One was I'm 40 years old. You know, I say that proudly, but at the same time, 40 years old, new rapper in this game, like that in itself has a connotation to it. You know, there is some ageism involved out there. So I was a little concerned about, you know, maybe looking too old when I came out or something like that. Then all of a sudden, also the political stuff. If I'm rapping about things real political, like anti-Nazi shit like that, my identity is now going to be on the hit list of who knows how many extremist groups. You know what I'm saying? These Nazi groups that are out there. That was a concern of mine as well, my security. But at the same time, I'm like, fuck it. You know, like I finally reached a point where I was like, I'm either got to come with it honestly and for real, or I just got to hide. You know, and I'm not gonna hide. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And now the reveal is here. So I need a photographer because we got to do a photo shoot. All right.
My son said
Nah,
he was
because
gonna be the Rey Mysterio of rap. What is going? Yo, listen, what is going on in the studio with the Red Boys?
Yeah, whatever the brand
Go ahead,
is,
Chris, because I got. Yo, listen, we might go over, dude.
Yeah,
we gonna have to bring him back.
We probably gonna have to bring him back.
Yeah,
but
no,
whatever the
'cause
brand is, right? Because you do marketing, right? You know what I'm saying? So you understand how important it is to have to know what you're pushing to the people. You know what I mean? So it sounds like you know this already.
At the same time, it's very hard to market yourself. Very hard because you got goggles on, like, you know.
No, but it is and it ain't. But you gotta know that there's you as a person and there's Alphabetical, and then there's the, you know what I mean. So now I don't know your government, and we don't gotta say it, but at this point you gotta say, listen, I'm the marketer, such and such, and I'm marketing Alphabetical. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is the brand. You know what I mean? And a lot of artists struggle with this because I do wear a lot of hats, like how you alluded to earlier. I don't know who's producing you. I don't know who's engineering you. I don't know who's doing the record. I don't know who's marketing you, said you, but managing you. Y'all do a lot. And in that time, as you're doing what you're doing, make sure you're reaching out and finding people with like minds as you're thinking, so you could build a little thing around you. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of artists, listen, man, we've been doing this now like 14 years, 15 years, and probably altogether probably 20-something years. But of Catch and Wreck, 14 years. We came across a lot of dope artists. And their whole thing was, nobody supports. Nobody does this. Nobody does this. Nobody does this. Because they're doing so much. And then they're expecting from other people. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect your homeboy to go buy your album. Right. He's not. It's not going to be your homeboy to go buy your album. It's going to be dude in Germany who you never met in your life, that you had a nice marketing thing going on, and he's seen it, and it enticed him, and he told a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Then once you start get going, then your man is probably going to buy your album. He's not going to be the first one. I hate that. It's just facts. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's crazy.
It's a tough industry, man. Because I'm gonna be real. I just want to say real quick, like, to navigate this is man, it'll drive you nuts. But I just think that because one of the biggest things in hip hop is picking your team, right? And teams have made or broken artists in this game. You know,
correct.
Teams have done everything and sacrificed everything to put someone up and then made them. And teams have also brought people down through very bad influence. So, there's this stereotype of a rapper walking into a room with like a 50-person entourage, right? My reality is I'm a single person. Like, I got my girl and me, and that's pretty much it. Because I left hip hop for so long that all the people that I once ran with are living their lives separately. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna come to them now 12 years later like, hey, what's up? I'm back. You know, like I just feel corny in itself saying that. So I'm gonna recreate from where I'm at. I'm trying to be very judicial and wise about who I choose to bring around me, and it's really to me all I care about is just positive, good people. I want good souls, man. That's like there's a place for the money grubbing, backstabbing lawyer. I understand that people want that in this game, but for me, I really want someone that is about doing the right thing. Because if you're not doing the right thing in this hip hop game, you're gonna get caught in a lot of shady fucking situations, man. There's a lot of shadiness.
You ever heard of Keith Wallace?
Yeah, I think so. Wait,
from Miami?
No.
Well, he's an independent artist. I'm not gonna say he's a gospel artist, because he's not. But a lot of his stuff is relating to that type of stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's doing very well. And I'm talking about he had meetings with a lot of labels, and a lot of people was like, nah, they were scared. You know what I mean? And again, I go back to the business thing, because for me, like Shad to tell you, for me, it gotta make dollars to make sense for me. Like my bills don't go on just intuition around here. You know what I mean? Like the light don't say, yo, listen, it didn't work. The idea didn't work this one, so everything's good. It don't work like that for me. It gotta make sense, right? So I see a niche for you, right? Just how I seen a niche for Keith. Like I remember, salute to my boy Wally. He hit me up probably 10, 12 years ago. Yo, listen to this kid, and I'm like, yo, damn, he's kind of dope. He said, yo, but nobody want to mess with him because of what he's saying. Like, it's real. Is like now he's viral. He's going crazy. He's all over the place. It took that long for him to do it. Say another example is Fetty Wap. His first joint, Rap Queen, that was out almost 5-6 years before y'all heard it. You know what I mean? So I guess what I'm saying is make sure you're ready for the ride, and don't let age be what holds you back. Because like, listen, it's fit. I said this the other day. We 50 years of hip hop right now.
Yeah.
So I remember as a kid growing up, they say, yo, that 40, 50, you can't rap. My man, in the game of hip hop, he's only like fucking 10. What are you talking? Like, let's be realistic here. Like, you know what I mean? So don't let nobody hold you back. Keep chasing what you want to chase, and get out here and, like we tell everybody, catch wreck, reach everything conceivable. You know what I mean? Set your cap when you ready.
Thank you. No, I'm gonna tell you, I'm the type of person that I bear my soul, and I'm very honest. So I'm not gonna come on here with some fake ass bravado. You know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely gonna be real. So, the struggles are there, but at the same time, the talent is there. I believe in myself. I believe in myself fully.
Got to. Well, I hope you believe in yourself about ready for the next segment. Because I kind of been on a hot streak. I don't know. Shout to tell you, they've been kicking my ass, but I won last couple.
Yo, listen, Shad's on his bullshit. You a bum. Shad is on his bullshit right now. We gotta bring Alphabetical back on here, because I'm not done. I'm not done. Listen, you're a very interesting person. We need more time with you, so I still gotta figure some shit out. But real quick, shout out to everybody that's tuned in.
Let me act like his manager right now. Go check out his album. Go check out the album that he just released. Get some insight, and then when we bring him back on, you're gonna even have a better.
No, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that, but I want to talk to him, like, so that I know. No, because you take in the music different because I'm gonna be very biased. If the beat ain't cooking,
Rashida, you got another interview. You got another interview right here. Rashida said, "Hit her up so you can get on Pizzas and Blade." Another dope podcast. So the people get to learn more, but they gonna be rough on you. I'm gonna tell you right now. You thought Shad didn't even get to do
that's hip hop,
because Chris won't let me. I'm trying to no, because there's so many interesting things going on here, and
because I hate the political shit. Like I hate the political.
No, it's not even about the political. It's just the fact that like I dig it. Because politics will make you want to change the world.
This is your tea. Like,
but politics will make you want to change the world. But in all actuality, I don't care what's going on out there. When you enter this ring, it's for the win. So now it's how you go about. No, hold on. Let me finish. It's how you go about the win. You can either say, yo, I'm gonna build this dynasty, aka catch and wreck. We're gonna stay true to ourselves. We're gonna figure it out. We done had artists, we done DJ shows, we done did all this other shit. We're podcasters now, we're journalists now. Or you gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna take the fast track, I'm gonna figure it out and do this. But whatever it is, once you jump into that, it should be for the win. Like and like I said, we need more time to get into that. But what we're gonna get into is this trivia. All right. So Chris, make sure you book them back so we can get.
Yeah, we definitely get them back.
No. We're gonna put them on the couch.
Yeah. Before you get into the trivia though, you got Peaches and Blade want to get you on their joint, so hit me up so I can link you with them. And then you got Tea Time with Bunky want to get you on their joint as well. And you already know you got Sam Lavelle. You getting 100.
I got Sam booked in March.
Yeah. So you are now tapped into the VGN. You know what I'm saying?
This is like a real press tour, man. This is serious.
It's serious. Like, and it's crazy because we just now touching just on the VGN alone, 146 countries. You know what I mean? And then when we re-air Saturday night on Blazing Off Radio, which is a different network that the Rec Boys and Finally TV are a part of, 176 countries. You know what I mean? So it's gonna get out there. You know what I mean? We're gonna try to tell the world about Alphabetical here tonight. You know what I mean? That's what the goal is. But now, Shot, let them know what time it is right now.
It's on the Rec. I don't know. You probably don't know where On the Rec came from, but it's trivia.
You know about the trivia though, because that's
that's the very first thing he said. That's listen, that's the very first thing he said. He was like, I know about the trivia. So
he had me thinking, Shot. I'm like, because when I sent him the message to break down the show, I started when he said what he said. I started thinking, damn, did I mention the 3 segments? I went back through and I'm like, I definitely mentioned it, but that must have left a little resonant, a little stain on his memory right there. He remember that one.
No, you know why? Because I'm really concerned about bombing the trivia and then everyone being like, "Oh, this guy don't know shit about hip hop. Fuck him." But anyway,
I do it every week. Well, Shy got some good questions.
The Rec Room. Is that because hip hop was born in a rec room? Is that what it's about?
No, it's not. That's crazy. It's not. Actually, that's the rec room.
Because the party was held in the rec room.
Yeah, it was.
That's what they are. That's
crazy. But
about that.
Tell them what the rec room is, Sean.
Well, the real rec room or my rec room? Because we got two rec rooms.
Your rec room. Well, you can start off however you want, but go ahead so we get into the trivia.
See, my rec room is a place, is an establishment behind my barbershop that my wife owns. And it's actually a place for the community to pull up. We do events here. We do sipping paints. Bunky has actually done her show live from here 2 times. I'm doing my show live from here now. I just figured I didn't know they had the virtual reality, the virtual screen studio. We're in the studio, so this is kind of dope until my studio gets built. We're building a studio in the back, but but we originally got it from prison. I know you never been to prison. Yeah. So it's on the Rec, the Rec room, Rec everything, reaching everything conceivable.
Everything's catching Rec over here. You know what I mean? Catching Rec started the whole thing.
If I could just say about one of the biggest things that I'm pro for is getting felons registered to vote again. I feel like it's an important thing. Like I think I read in the chat someone said like I don't give a fuck, I don't vote. I understand that mentality. I understand that mentality from the streets. It feels like nobody gives a fuck. But I'm gonna tell you, I just feel that it's important that people have a voice, especially people that have been through the system. Because they're the ones that probably have the most ideas to change it, and that the judicial system and the way we lock people up in this country needs so much reformation, so much.
We definitely gonna get you back on. Definitely gonna get you back on.
Listen, that shit sound cool and everything. But right now it's on the Rec. It's on the Rec. But shout out to everybody that's tuned in real quick. Yo, listen, Alphabetical. We're streaming live on YouTube. So, we got some people in there. Gabe is on YouTube right now watching.
Dope.
So shout out to Gabe. And before we get into the trivia, we got shout out.
Man, what's this? In the studio with the Rec Boys on Finally TV. Go ahead and grab their merch everywhere. Check out their page In the Studio with the Rec Boys. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Check them out. Like, follow, subscribe. Y'all enjoy the rest of the show.
All right. First question is, they're all multiple choice. We didn't get into the acting thing, so we definitely got to get you back on here just to talk about that. I think that is so cool. I really wanted to dive into that, but hopefully I'm gonna submit questions to Tea Time with Bunky and Peaches and Blade, so that way they can read my questions on their shows and See how that works? But this is the first on the rec trivia. Let's get into it.
All right.
Who directed the 2015 hip-hop biographical film Straight Outta Compton? A. Spike Lee, B. John Singleton, C. F. Gary Gray, or D. Quentin Tarantino?
I'm gonna go with B.
B. John Singleton. Chris?
You know, it's crazy. I'm gonna go with F because and it's crazy. I should know his name, but I don't know his name, and that's the only one I don't know.
Gary
So
Gray.
You
It might
said which
be.
one?
I'm going with C.
You going with C?
Yeah, I know it's not
I
A or
like
D.
Yeah, I know it's not A. I'm guessing.
All right,
I'm
now
going with
listen.
C.
I paused it. Let's go through. We got Tea Time said
What the
B.
people
John
said.
Singleton. Frank said B. John Singleton. Fu said B. John Singleton.
I think it's John Singleton because of his connection with Ice Cube.
Okay, and Rashida says C. Who you going with, Chris?
C, B, C, yo.
All right, so we got John
I guess. I ain't
Singleton
even gonna lie. I guess.
and F.
C.
Gary Gray. Let's get into it.
Let's see.
Oh, you got it.
Ooh.
got it.
Ooh.
All right.
Shout out to Rashida. She's the only one in the spot. Yo, you know what we should do? From now on, we should start counting how many of the
guess.
John
yeah,
Singleton.
and then send them a shirt or something.
John Singleton directed Boys in the Hood, right?
Yeah.
That's
I
why.
think.
That's why I thought maybe he did Straight Outta Compton because they had that connection.
Yeah, and I think he did Baby Boy too.
But see, I was educated guessing and I was wrong.
Oh, Rashida said he did that in Friday.
Yeah, that's Gary.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. What I do is alphabetical with. I watch the comments, and if I don't know the question, I go with who I really think knows that topic.
You know what I think we need? I think we need us all on screen with our hands up, so it shows
we can do that.
We're not using our
cheating.
phones.
I'm looking at the comments.
No. Yo, listen. I mean, you can Google me, and I know if you Googled me or not. I mean,
I
listen.
don't Google.
Yo,
I look
listen.
at the comments. That's what I do. I look at the comments.
But I could be wrong too. You can second guess. I mean, you could challenge. You know, it's possible. You know,
You're gonna tell him what you do, what happens when they challenge, because he tries to always set the guest up, and I always try to get him to tell the guest what he does when you actually Google him. So,
bro, if you Google me and you wrong, you're gonna have to go full screen so we can look at your face when you ace. So I mean, it's kind of I don't think you're gonna want that with my caption on top because we're gonna run it back all week. That shit. Yo, listen, once it's in the net, it's there forever. So I don't know.
Rashida said I cheat, so she's saying I basically telling you I'm cheating because I look at the chat. You know what I'm saying? I ain't lying. I tell everybody. I look at everybody's comment.
Well, that's that's like on The Price is Right when everyone's screaming out the numbers at the people, like
Right?
Yeah, pretty much. All right, well, listen, let's get into the next question. Yo, these are acting questions too, by the way, since we didn't get into the acting part. Because that's what I was really interested about until he said he wanted to wear a mask. When he said he thought about being the masked rapper, it was like, yeah, we're going to go into a whole different, yeah. We're going to get into a whole different thing. But second question is, let's get into it. Which artist played the role of Dominic Toretto's cousin in Fast and the Furious film franchise? A. Ludacris, B. Ja Rule, C. Ice Cube, or D. Tyrese?
It's got to be. It's either A or D, and I'm gonna say it's A, I guess.
All right, he's taking A. Chris, what you going with?
I'm waiting for some more people.
Is Tyrese's cousin?
I don't know if it's Tyrese or not, man. Francisco, you bullshitting? You really know this beat?
I think it's A.
She said A.
Fuck. A. A.
Yes. At least I'm not. At least I got one. All right.
2-1.
All right, so right now it's 2-1. 2-1.
Honestly, I stopped watching them movies after 5, I think.
Yo, Fu said saying mad late answering the thing, or you just put it up late. You're not letting the comments through, so I can't see they shit.
Nah, that's them. Yo, nah, that's them. They got 20 seconds. They got to answer, fire that shit off. Y'all should be ready. Stop it.
Nah, I see what you're doing. You trying to hold their comments so I can't see, so I can't.
My nigga,
see?
Dude, you're watching on your phone. You're literally watching on your phone. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yo, now Alphabetical.
Foos, Google that, Foos. Google that.
We need
Foos.
to
We got
get
10
focused
seconds.
now.
Foos.
All right. It's gonna get
All
harder.
right, let's get it.
All right.
Let's see.
In the film 8 Mile, Eminem's character battled rival rappers in a competition known as A, the Showdown, B, the Rap Olympics, C, the Battle Royal, D, the Cypher.
D.
D.
The cipher, definitely.
Are you sure?
Yes.
D, I'm going
That's
with
what
D.
y'all going with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rashida said
Oh, you
D
giving
too.
a man time too. D. Everybody's saying we got Francisco D, Rashida D. Come on, people, don't wait till last minute.
It's D.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
Oh, the Rap Olympics. Wow.
What?
Now
Google,
listen,
you Googled that.
You know what? I haven't seen that movie in
Listen.
a long time.
listen. You can Google. You can Google if you want.
If you can Google, what's the point?
I mean, no, because yo, listen. First of all, I'm gonna tell you, Straight Jacket, it's weirdo shit. Do not listen to me when I tell you. Listen to me when I tell you. This is some real shit. Listen to me when I tell you. Don't trust Chat GPT. Don't trust none of that AI shit, my nigga. I swear to God, my nigga.
They're a year behind.
It's not even that they're a year behind.
I looked it up when you
It's
said it
not
the other day,
even that. No. It's not even that they're a year behind. The information that they're getting, somebody put in.
Oh, word?
So if somebody is putting in wrong information, they're automatically giving out wrong information.
Like
now,
Wikipedia.
check it out. No, yeah, that's another one. But yo, check it out. I went to it today. I was wrapping up the questions, and they gave me two different questions, two same questions with two different answers. And then I had to look it up, and neither one of the answers that they gave for the question was even the fucking right question. So now it's like, yo, dude, I'm doing twice the work because I'm rechecking Chat GPT. I said, yeah, for that, I might as well just do my own thing. So now, just know that there's a possibility that you can Google me and I can be wrong. I didn't do all the Chat GPT questions, but some of them I might have. So that makes it fun. That makes the game a little bit more fun. I mean, it makes it a little bit more fun. Yo, listen, if you're wrong, you're wrong. Yo, listen, how my man said, if even when I'm wrong, I'm right until you Google me.
Yeah, and when you
all right, let's get into the next question. All right, whatever. Let's go.
Oh man.
Which hip hop artist starred alongside Mark Wahlberg in the film
B.
Four Brothers?
B.
B.
This one I do know.
Okay.
Oh shit! Ain't nobody even commenting.
Sam said B. Sam said B. Look at your phone, nigga. Don't do that.
Yeah,
See, this is what I'm talking about. You always try to make it seem like I be cheating for you. Frank said B. Rashida said B.
Now you cheating for me. You be cheating for the guests.
No, but I don't be cheating at all. Both of y'all said B.
Outkast is dope.
Better. Yo, shout out to Better. Hold on. Better's in the building, right? Sam said that's the easy one. Yeah, I know, Sam. Chat GPT. But yo, check it out. Check this out.
3-2.
No.
3-2. Mr. Catch
Yo,
Rap.
but check this out, right? Chat GPT gave me two different answers for that question.
Really?
Oh, damn.
Yo, dude, one was Common and the other one was Ludacris. And I'm like, I watched the movie, so I know for a fact. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But yo, Better the producers in the building. Better. This is how we do over here. It's how my guy does. Look what I got in the mail. Look what I got in the mail, my guy. Yo, look at what I got in the mail. Yo, Better. Yo, this is the dopest shit ever, right? Look at that shit. This shit is the dopest shit ever.
I gotta check my mailbox.
Yo, I got this. I got this the other day.
He said he sent one. That's crazy.
Yo, you know what's crazy? This nigga got mints. This motherfucker got mints. He got mints with his face on the mints. Like he sent the box. Yo, shout out to Better the producer. Dope promotion package.
Yeah,
dope. Yo, listen, we got one question. My wife's on the door looking at me like I'm crazy. It's 2-1, right?
All right.
You can at least push you pay?
3-2.
3-2. All right, 3-2. Alphabetical. If you at least tie, you win.
Yeah, it's a push here. It's a push thing. Yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
Red Boys.
In the movie 8 Mile, what is the name of the character played by Brittany Murphy? A. Sam, B. Amy, C. Lily, D. Alex.
Fuck. I don't really. I think it's A. I don't really remember. I fucking forget.
I'm going with
C.
C.
Better said Alex.
I'm going with
C.
who?
Chris is saying better said Alex, which is D. Frank
If it's Alex, it's sad because that's my name. So. That would be
wow.
Ah, damn.
Wow.
C. Fu said C. Rashida said C or D.
Ah, it is Alex. Oh my
Damn.
God. All right. Well,
good thing we
So
talking
both y'all
alphabetical
lost, huh?
tonight. Good thing we talking alphabetical.
No.
tonight.
Shout out. Shout out to
He forgot his whole fucking
R.I.P.
name
Brittany
and shit.
too.
Oh,
No, absolutely.
yo, Brittany Murphy.
Yo.
Rest in peace, Brittany Murphy.
Absolutely. Shout out to
Yeah.
Better, man. I'm telling you, man, that package he sent was something different. I got a shot glass. I got a pen with his
I'm
name
going
on
to
it.
check my
Chris,
shit right after this. I'm going to check my shit.
I don't care
right
what
after
you go
this.
and do. Chris, I need you to relay the message to our manager. We need some shit like that.
Oh, well, I'm gonna tell you right now, as your manager, then we gotta talk about the budget. But next part of the show. Next part of the
All right,
show.
you already know what it is. This is our last section of the show. And yo, listen, Rashida, hold on. See, now you know I gotta get into it. We gotta get into it, Rashida. Yo, listen, next week, Rashida, next week, just for you, I'm gonna do all female rap questions. Who we got next week, Chris?
We got Torres out of New York. Actually, a promoter, marketer. He helps artists on a bunch of get on shows, on tours. Helps artists with opportunities and shit. So he's on next week.
Rashida, I need you to go 5 for 5 next week. I might bring you on live with Chris. I might bring you on live. All right. Since you want to talk about my Eminem.
Now we got the battle of the podcast.
Question.
We got the battle of the podcast too. Where we're gonna do the joints. I'm just trying to line up some different vibes. I want to kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Not everybody who don't know everybody gonna be in the same room that night. So it's gonna be crazy.
Yo, Rashida on talk about a rematch. When we went on our show, they tagged us. They tagged us, homie. They
did
really
us
put
so
the hit
bad.
out on us.
Alphabetical. They didn't even invite us back. It's crazy.
I know it was some nah. They put the beats to us on purpose. We walked right into that one.
Listen, we treated them nice. We rolled out the red carpet. We went over there to Brownsville, and it got crazy. It got
real crazy, real quick
Brooklyn,
too.
yeah.
Because they
Brooklyn
lit us up.
I
No, they lit us up with all
to
types of
Brownsville,
questions.
and it got it's crazy. All right,
No, it got crazy. But yo, check this out. Rec, R-E-C, or Rec, W-R-E-C. Everybody tuned in. Share the show. We need some input from Mr. Alphabetical because he only got 2 videos.
Yep.
No. We need the people tuned in to share this shit so that they can say, yo, listen, we need you to make some more videos. Or wrap it up. Or that shit is a wreck. But they're gonna tell you because you got the right ones tuned in tonight. Listen, we gonna get into it. Are you political? Bucky talking about that political Tuesdays. We gonna see how political Tuesdays is gonna get up in here. But listen, it's wreck or wreck. Let us know what you think on the other side. All right. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share the show. Alphabetical. We in the building. Let's get it.
Cultural entertainment, sucker.
Red Boys.
Je suis le Mandela, mon j'étais mon Puerto Ricans up in Paris, looking more Tunisian, Moroccan, the Dominican, Haitian concoctions. I'm locked in, run around the Champs-Élysées, eating croissants, robbing every bunk on the way. Just wanted to say, I'm looking for that Mona Lisa smile, very modest with her beauty, but with me she goes wild. Pass me the foul, you know I'm up on that spot tip, like it's Fashion Week, always rocking the hot shit out of pocket. Might pull up the Glock quick, rocket socket, from my verse in the Rocky. Walkie-talkies, always chirping and talking. Looking for the safe, hope I have the right key. It just prices might be still a high price things. Like a French girl's heart, let eat up PFC. You call me cocky, yeah, you will be too. You're just liking what I'm packing, may the force be with you. I'ma top the Eiffel Tower, serving black and brown power. White people looking sour, but I love you too. I try to bring pride to the marginalized, those ones enslaved, gang colonized. So throw off your tribe, it's time to come alive. Coming through every groove, do I check 1, 2? Like you from the Lou and grew with jazz and blues. Don't act casual, I'm just too cool. Friends to Indiana, making Notre Dame a man, I like I'm Quasimodo. Watch me flow some more in slow-mo, and she got a pussy toto. I Chewbacca like a solo, dropping instrumental from a metal to my dental, spit rhymes monumental. In crescendo, hear the echo, don't drink Prosecco. Only sip champagne, deep in the catacombs where I toasted the slain. Your next head of death, the lethal squelettes.
Cultural entertainment, sucker.
Rashida said Far Side means Eminem. Rashida, I don't know how to take that because you don't like Eminem. So, not that you don't like Eminem, but she, Rashida knows, and you gonna find out when you go on her show. But
I think she gets that from the voice, because the resemblance of the voice.
Yeah, the voice is naturally, it sounds like him. I bit it. Yep.
Got you.
So
you got 3 wrecks. Yeah. Not pump the brakes, little nigga. I got this, little poppy. I got this. Relax.
Big Poppy. Big Poppy. Get it right.
Okay, all right. Whatever you
halfway
want
there.
right now. I'm two in already. So whatever you want to be called. Little Chris.
Thank you, Jay.
No. Now listen. Everybody wrecked it. REC except Frank. Frank, elaborate while we chop it up, because he did receive 3 wrecks. He said the video was great. All right. Well, elaborate while I get into it. So you did get 3 wrecks. So what we do is when you get 3 wrecks, we invite you back to our end of the year wrap up, where you pick a freestyle beat and you go bananas on how your year was, talking your shit. Alphabetical, get deep, get political, do whatever you want to do. And you send it to us, and we end the year with dope artists who come on the show and receive 3 wrecks. So you are cordially invited. Let us know. You pull up if you want to pull up. If you don't, we still love you. And we definitely going to have you back, because we gotta sit on the couch. I might need to sit on, because we going to figure some things out. But I think you're very interesting. And after the first video, I didn't watch any of the videos. I just put them together. I think it was I thought it was different. I didn't think that people were gonna understand it as much as they did. So you have a leg to stand on now. Like before, I was like, damn, this ain't really talking like this political. But I see people are really conscious. What you saying has some merit. We're gonna get into the second video, and let's see what happens.
Real quick. It was this is my thing. I gotta keep it a buck with you. It was the beat. It was the beat for me. It felt like you wasn't, not saying you wasn't rhyming on beat, but it felt like 2 separate tracks. Is that, if that makes sense? It might have, maybe the mix or whatever, or maybe the beat selection. But I definitely think you got some shit to say. You definitely rapping. But it just it wasn't cohesive for me in that joint. But I give you REC for that joint, 100%.
Did you mix it yourself?
No. That was Speedy Baby made the beat and mixed it. We recorded it together. I think the way my rhyme schemes, I was very experimental on that. I think I had a lot of fun with it. But I understand what you're saying. I also understand what Francisco's saying. It's not his vibe. I respect that. No problem at all.
But I like the joint. That's the weird part, because I don't go on the beat per se, but I like to hit people in that pocket, and it kind of felt like you wasn't in that pocket, like you was riding along with it, Like I said, it felt like two different joints, but I like what you were saying. You know what I'm saying?
No, thank you. And I wrote the thing in French. I don't speak French, but I wrote it, you know, like I used little Google Translate and it helped me out. But I sang it also. So, you know, I sing and I rap. I try to do a little of everything.
Dope.
So thank you.
Nice. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have you back on the couch. We're gonna have to figure it. Because I think you're, like I said, super dope. I think that you got something to offer the world. I want to see where it goes, because I know it's gonna explode. I just think once you get everything in order, or maybe I just gotta get a better understanding. And I think not a half-hour interview is really not enough when you're dealing with somebody, an artist like you, which is a great thing, you know, which is super dope. Let me jump into these comments real quick.
Yeah, and you know that first video. If I could just say, oh my bad.
No, I was just reading the comments. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, I'll say the first video was the song itself. I don't get too deep, you know, like it's more, I'm more having fun. I say a couple things, but not too much. The video I think is much more conscious than the actual song, because I'm throwing up images that are showing, you know, France's colonization of Africa. You know, a lot of the things that, you know, because when I've been to France a few times, and when I speak to French people and I mention being American, they're always bringing up our imperialism on this world. And I understand that. But I also like to point out, it's like, well, who invented it? You know, like Europe was really who taught us how to do all this, you know, and people, you know, there's an image there of how their bus stops were segregated. They had a separate bus stop for Black people, you know, and people don't think about segregation and Jim Crow with France, but you know, it was there.
No, it was wild over there. I mean, it was wild across the country. But I think, and this is just a tip for me, I think less is more. I think save those for intimate conversations. Let the people, like, dude, you're painting a picture. Let the people think whatever the fuck they want to think.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
like, you get what I'm saying? And then when you get intimate, then you can go in, because what happens is like people can love. People don't need to hear, yo, the video is more deeper than your lyrics when they're commenting your lyrics. They're commenting on like come on, man, homie. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, my nigga, like when we go out to play, we go out to catch wreck. We go out to spank, my nigga, because if you lose, ain't no telling when the next time you're gonna get back on the court. And this is how you know, and
I understand what you're saying.
When I get excited about talent, this is how I want to push it. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not
saying my lyrics were whack. I'm just saying that usually if I have a conscious song, I'm conscious throughout the whole song. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. But this is one where I was like, you know what? I'm having fun at the same time, because the beat is so dope. You have to have fun with that song. You know, you have to.
No, absolutely. Well, we're gonna see if we have fun with this one.
This one's what I'm talking about. This is real conscious shit. This is like a real message throughout.
Okay, now all right. See, what I tell you. I just told you, just let the music talk. There you go. You jumping right out the window. You're not listening to nothing I'm telling you. Fuck it, we gonna get into it. Let us know what you know in the studio with the Red Boys.
Hat and give you
no, I'm just saying no, because yo, listen, I'm intrigued.
The quiz.
No, listen, we're gonna let the people say what it is.
Tell Alphabetical, stop fucking around, Alex. He was trying to help you.
Let's get it.
Cultural entertainment, sucker.
Red Boys.
Elderly and children, they wanna build a Rome, kill millions. No matter what side you're on, they will sacrifice upon. I got you on the lawn, can't hide your gone, show moves along. Step right up if you wanna die, don't pick a side. Alive for mine, they patriotic but hypnotic. Nationalists, who with the fist, not with them, go on a list. Then all of a sudden, hide your kids. Build up a class, you're not in. Build up a pen for all your friends. What they about? Domination, home invasion, indoctrination, then segregation by race and creed. Make you bleed for sake of need. They must invade this country, take its oil and its money. Dress poor people in army, stuff sardines on ships Navy. Arms, talking guns and all, on and on with more pogroms. Elderly and children, they wanna build a Rome, kill millions. No matter what side you're on, they will sacrifice upon. I got you on the lawn, can't hide your gone, show moves a war for blood and flesh. Let us hope our souls are blessed. Kevlar vest, so scars the chest. Must protest this on the rest. War machine is cyclical. Some may say it's biblical. I find it hypocritical when war gets political, but you won't send your kid to go. You got money and stock options while other suckers get it poppin'. When the bodies start dropping, send them flag-covered coffins. Go ahead and count the losses, cause they only count the profits. Arms, talking guns and all, on and on, with more pogroms. Elderly and children, they wanna build a bomb, kill millions. No matter what side you're on, they will sacrifice upon. Let that guide you on the lawn, can't hide your gone, show moves along. Wars are abroad, wars are at home. Streets and schoolyards, looking like war zones. Pick your poison, gunmetal or chrome. Fall on the sword while they sit on the throne. I do it on my own, but I know they got a drone. Watches every day and a dog in the home. Call me paranoid, but you don't even know. Been on the blacklist since 24 years old. If you want my advice, big bro, gotta go. He about the escargot filet mignon. So how we gonna stop it? Got no papers in my pocket, but I got this bottle rocket that will shock you like a socket. Arms, talking guns and all, on and on, with more pogroms. Elderly and children, they wanna build a bomb, kill millions. No matter what side you're on, they will sacrifice upon. Let that guide you on the lawn, can't hide your gone, show moves along. Arms, talking guns and all, on and on, with more pogroms. Elderly and children, they wanna build a bomb, kill millions. No matter what side you're on, they will sacrifice upon. Let that guide you on the lawn, can't hide your gone, show moves along.
Cultural entertainment, sucker.
Now check this out, right? I'm in agreement with Sam. I'm gonna say I'm gonna start this off in the beginning.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think both of them. I think you need to go back and remix. Not to say, dude, ain't this is just a consumers here. You get what I'm saying? I think both of them. I think if you went back and mixed both of those, I think it would get across a lot better. The videos to me are super dope. I wanna read this.
Yeah, I want to read what Betta said because, like, that's a long.
All right, he said this could be a dope record. Take the effect off the voice. The frequencies are high, so sonically you're not going to get the best quality. Drop these plugins and we have a wreck. No. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can see that.
I
was going for that like megaphone sound. You know what I'm saying? But like it can sound rough. It can. I understand.
Yo, the producer mixed this.
His name is Milton Bradley. He does an excellent
Did
job.
he make the beat though? That's what I'm saying.
That song was a challenge. No, he didn't. The beat was from a dude named Acid Crack from Russia. And I wrote the song as an anti-war song. I actually wrote it right after Russia invaded the Ukraine.
Okay. More info. Yo, listen.
So,
no.
me,
I think. Go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say, for me, it's the same as the first one. It's definitely REC. What you saying, how you rapping is dope. For me, it's more the mix of it. So I definitely think maybe try a different engineer. You know what I mean? Somebody who mixes those, or maybe you dip and dabble a little bit into it and learn. I think once you learn that part of it, or not even you learning, or finding somebody who knows how to work with how you sound, because your voice is different, right? You do have that Eminem high pitched voice, so you gotta have somebody who knows how to mix that shit correctly. Because if not, it's just how Better said that your frequency sounds so high. Like picture it as a room, right? Your room can only be filled so much with instruments. The rest you need for your vocals. You know what I mean? And you need to be in that room. Right now, you sound like you out of that room. It sounds like you're rapping into the room as to being in that room, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise on that track. Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Sometimes we oversaturate a record. When there's a lot going on musically, you go more straightforward vocally. Give the record room to breathe. Absolutely. I think you're a dope artist. I think that you have a dope story to tell. You're an interesting person. I like the fact that you're semi not scared to let you. No, real talk. No, because you don't let them hang. Like you couldn't be in the studio with us because we're gonna tell you, yo, let's say that shit and say that shit with your chest, and don't worry about nothing else. And I mean, this is what these interviews are chilling with the Rec Boys in the studio is actually about. Like we've actually hung out with different artists in our studio, and these are the conversations, and we like to keep it organic and real to the point to where, you know, Chris is going to get into, yo, I heard you did this, and you know, and I'm into the off the wall shit. Like I want to know, like my son said a mask. How, like, really? Because we had another artist, who's going to do the animation. So, and it took me a while to understand that. So now it's like, okay, maybe I'm out of touch with something. Maybe there's another angle that you have. So, and we don't have.
Well, you got Doom. Don't forget about Doom, who mastered that shit.
There are masked rappers. I've seen them.
Yeah.
I've
seen
them.
One of the greats. MF Doom. Like nobody don't know who that guy. I mean, now you know because of the internet. You know what I'm saying? And it's also like you got to think about it too. And again, if that's your niche, that's your niche. But you got to know your niche, right? A lot of artists don't get to live a life after they become celebrities.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So
I thought about that also.
Yeah, by having kind of that thing to where you could, you know, kind of like I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was like that. I didn't want nobody to know who I was 14 years ago when we started Country Record Entertainment, because I always knew, yo, listen, I want to be outside. I like being outside. I like going to see my peoples. I like going to see my family. I don't ever want to be that person who can't go and do like Beyonce can't go to a restaurant. Like literally, if she does, she gets arrested because she could cite a riot. Like that's literally a law of hers. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I never wanted to be like that. And plus, from the lifestyle that I used to live, all my shit was secretive. So I'm so used to just not telling nobody shit, staying in the background, nobody knowing who was doing what, just doing me. And then it came to Shad one day and was like, yo, listen, you got to. And then that's when I was like, all right, people got to know who I am. But as long as you understand that, you understand that. You know what I mean? And it sounds like you know, well, it sounds like you're figuring it out, but you lean in how you lean in. And the biggest thing is just, like I tell every artist, know what you want out of this and know where you're going. Once you have that, you're going to build that map and you're going to get there. But be realistic in those goals and in the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? Know what, like Shad asked you earlier, know what your success is. It might just be to sell 20 records a month. That's your success. That's your success. Fuck what society's telling you. Because we get caught up on what everybody's, we got to sell 1 million records. We got to sell this. You don't have to. That's what Alphabetical don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? But with that, I want to say thank you for coming on the show, chopping up with us. We hope you had a good time. We like to say we're not like every podcast, you know what I mean? And hopefully you got that kind of vibe from us.
Yep. It was real fun.
Yo, listen, I hope you have fun. We're definitely going to get you back on here. Yo, listen, you smiling now, but yo, the end of the wrap-up ain't that funny. I'm just letting you know, like, yo, listen, them niggas come. No, listen, you got a lot of people to
I know.
All right. Yo, listen, do your research. We not no bum ass niggas. Like we gonna bring. It's gonna be some heat. It's gonna be some heat. So make sure you focus up.
Shit,
I need
I'm gonna put
alphabetical.
I'm gonna put this out in the universe too, because I believe you got to put shit out in the universe. Better the producer is actually a producer, produces records. Who knows?
Hit him up.
Work on.
He had great insights. I was reading.
Yeah, he engineers. He works with guys like Arsonist. He works with guys like White Cloud.
He actually,
like I don't
has a dope
like
shirt too.
People's resumes because sometimes that entices people. I want them to get to learn the person and then learn the accolades later after they build a relationship. But this guy's a dope guy, genuine. Look, he been on our show. We met him a couple weeks ago on the show. Send out a care package. He's sending me one in Florida. I just gotta check the mails. Check that out. But Alphabetical. Definitely appreciate you coming on. I'm going to hit you up so we get you back on. I think we got some dates in September. Try to get you back on as soon as possible while you fresh in everybody's head. And
my album drops September 23rd, so I definitely would love to come back next month. It'd be great.
Dope. All right, well, listen. Know your social media real quick before we get you out. Social media and all that.
Yeah, please. Anybody that's in the chat, if you want to continue the conversation with me, hit me up on IG on my DM. It's Alphabetical MC, the letters MC at the end. All right. Hit me up. I would love to talk. I would really enjoyed reading some of the comments. And, if you guys have criticism, I'll take it. I'm here for that.
Yo, listen, I need a drop because you're in the studio with the Rec Boys. So guess what? I need a drop from the one and only Alphabetical. Let's get it, homie.
Yo, shout out to the Rec Boys for having me on. This was an incredible conversation. I'm gonna tell you right now, these brothers, they kept it real with me. They kept it real with me, and they had me thinking so much that honestly, I give you credit because you are giving real advice to artists who need it, and that includes myself. I'm here to learn, and I appreciate it. So shout out to the Rec Boys. Any independent artists out there, get on this show because the knowledge that you will take just from this conversation is enough to take it and run with it.
Yo, my God. Yo, listen, we really appreciate that. We appreciate the conversation. Like I said, I'm very interested in you. Like, I'm like, no, real talk. Because no, real, like, I don't know. It's weird because I haven't gotten that excited about, you know, an artist, and I just find you so fascinating. I don't know if it's the political thing. You know, I can't wait to have that conversation with you because that's gonna be super dope. But yo, listen, I'm pressed for time. I got to get out of here. My wife she's waiting for me. I got a little nigga that wants his dinner. You know, track star. We going into junior year. But yo, shout out to everybody that tuned in with us. Make sure you guys check the replay Friday at noon.
Next Friday at noon.
Yeah, next Friday. Come on. See, this is what we do.
You didn't say next Friday. You said Friday. Night. You said Friday.
Next Friday.
Yeah.
This Friday, catch MC Shan.
Thank you.
All right,
my man.
Yeah, and check this out. Yo, we out. All right, how about that? Tune in next week. We out. Deuces, Rec Boys, Alphabetical. We out.